Hello my beautiful people and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing a game called We Who Are About to Die. It is a game where you play as a gladiator and you go into the arena, you pick your fight, and you verse a bunch of other gladiators. It's pretty tough. I gotta admit there's a lot of dying involved before you kind of get your niche, I guess, your little zone where you know how to hit and dodge and block and all that. But it's a very fun game. I recently got back into this one because of Splattercat. So shout out Splattercat. Thank you very much for reintroducing this game again. It is a lot of fun and I enjoy it. I seem to have found a, I guess you could say like an exploit of sorts. If you'll notice, my guy only has one arm. And that's strange, you would think, for a gladiator. But this is literally the best character I've ever played. I mean, he has... Obviously, he's got some pretty good gear right now. I've upgraded quite a bit. And he can't get the shield or the left arm shoulder guard. And so I've got plenty of nice gear here that I've purchased or obtained through questionable means, and obviously that's helping me really well right now. But I gotta be honest with you guys, this guy, he's the man. Like, he's a beast. I don't know if it's the fact that there's no shield and therefore I don't have to worry about blocking and you know, getting hit on that side or anything like that. Nobody's aiming for that side because they don't have an arm there. Obviously they do take shots at the torso, but the arm is not getting hit. So I don't know if that's like, you know, a big thing or not, but for some reason, this guy with one arm, he owns the arena. I mean, I totally dominate. And I gotta be honest, I might be playing another one-arm guy after this one dies. But for now, let's go ahead and hop into another fight. Let's see. Oh, up here at the top left is your coins. Top, right next to that is the fame. There's these right here are your levels for the different fights that you can have. If the level is high, it's going to be more difficult. Obviously, that makes common sense. If it's lower, you're going to have a little bit easier of a time, and you kind of want to spread them out. So let's just say, for instance, you know, this 1v1 is level 13, and for whatever reason, the wild card was level 8. I don't even know if that's possible, but just for the sake of this example, that's what we're going with. So this is level 8. So I would not want to... I mean, you could go for the level 13, and the rewards might be worth it, obviously, but it's going to be more difficult. The level 8 would be a lot less difficult, and the game kind of scales in difficulty towards that direction. So these are the different types of fight. We've got a pit fight here this time. These are randomized to a certain degree, I believe. Yeah, I think they're randomized to a certain degree. There will be like some purple ones that happen every so often as your weeks progress throughout your career. Right here we've got a pit fight, a survival 1v1, one versus many. Now the reason we can see all this information here is because I have a special attribute, which is this right here, clairvoyance. 50% chance to reveal all battle info. So, and let's go over the rest of these while we're here. We got adept footwork, 25 movement. Warrior's endurance, plus 20 stamina. This is a plus 10% chance of all positive outcomes on randomized effects, which is not a lot, but definitely very helpful because as you see, you've got disarms, events, discounts, battle reveals, bribery, and so forth. Then we've got the underdog, plus 10 skill to all skills, which is very helpful right off the bat for sure. And I did get that one right off the bat. Brawler is kind of a, not so much. And then this one's decent, but not an amazing one. So I like, but these are kind of like neutral stats. I like them still. This is my one bad one. And you see it says one-handed major negative trait. I disagree. I truly think this has been a godsend for this guy's career. I really do. But it does say unable to equip left-hand armor, shield, or two-handed weapons. So yeah, that's right. I can't have two-handed weapons either. Plus 20 to all one-handed weapon skills. That is a huge boon when you're first starting out. Not gonna lie. So that's very helpful. Utility menu. So this is where you heal, repair. Now, as you'll notice, there's some sort of trait I have or something. I can't remember what it is, but it's automatically repairing everything. You see the little hammer bouncing up and down? That means it's repairing. So the next round, repairs will complete, and this will probably be fully... that's a lot of durability loss. This may not be fully healed, but all these other ones are fully repaired, so we don't have to worry about that. And then, of course, you can manually repair here if you don't have that trait that automatically repairs with the hammer. This will repair 1 to 200 durability. You just hire that for $9.99. And then, for 500 to 1,000, it's about 5,000 coins. This is a shop. You can prioritize certain weapons or quality right here on your next roll when you come back into the shop after the fight. This is to promote. You can expect 300 to 500 fame per 1,000 gold spent. And then this is the fundraise. You can expect 150 to 249 gold per 1,000 fame spent. So here you spend gold, here you spend fame, and you get the opposite. Is basically what that is. Attempt to bribe a patron. So you've got the bribery section here. You can bribe one of the four. You can bribe one of the 4 patrons here, depending on your what is it called? Your favor with each of them at the moment. And then, of course, spend whatever gold you have. I don't have a whole lot, but I think you spend like 1,000 and you get a chance at it. But you can spend 250 fame here to assess what the outcome will be, which I personally think is worth it at least once, so that you understand what you're spending and how to get the good results that you're looking for. The Scolo is like your I forget what they call it in the Gladiator series. Your house, I can't think of what it is. Somebody put it in the comments, because it's some sort of word for the old school training facility that these guys used to manage, and I can't remember what it's called. Obviously, there probably is one called a Scolo. That makes sense, but I swear there's another word for it from the Gladiator series that I enjoy so much. And then all of these are upgrades for the Scolo, and these, I don't believe these carry over to any future character. This is just specific to this character, unfortunately. And then, of course, the training regime. Right here, you'll buy for 200 gold. Sometimes it's different. I don't know what causes that. It might be a particular time, certain events, things like that change the coin cost. But you buy it, and you get one piece of equipment. For here, right here, this is how you select your training, what you want. We picked one-handed axe because our character has one-handed axe is not quite so high. I'm trying to get that up real quick. And then I also have a secondary training focus of dashing. And you'll see down here in this section, it tells you specifically what each of those will give you. And this is how much training gear it costs. So I have 12 now. I can run through 3 different weeks. Each time you go through a battle, it's a week. So 3 weeks of training with the 12 equipment I have here. And then, of course, you can invest. This will carry over to a point on your next characters. It says you receive 10% of the total at the start of your next run. I never calculated this, but I'm assuming it's pretty accurate now because the new update of Blood and Sand has tweaked a whole lot of stuff and fixed quite a few things. Here's a character like I showed a minute ago. Base stats, armor, character skills, all the different specialties, movement, stamina, dashing. Right here in the Scolo, I always start with I start with stamina, and then a secondary is movement. And you want to do that a lot, like right out of the gate. You want to immediately start those two and get it going until you have at least, I would say at least up to 75. I've got 100 right now. That's my, what is it, the trait? Yeah, my trait that is plus 25. And then that's movement. And then stamina plus 20, 95. That's pretty good. It's not terrible, but it's pretty good. So if you want to get a good start right off the bat, you want to get that training and get it up to at least that. Bracket levels right here is specifically where we are. When I was showing you on the the battle menu here, the levels at the top indicate how far you've progressed experience-wise in that particular bracket. And that's just a briefing right there of that. Here's your patrons and their favor at the bottom. As you can see, Alura, I don't know how to say that. That's her name. She seems to be the hottest one out of these 3. Although she's kind of, I don't know. She's very ticked off with me. And the other guys, not so much. She's been very prominent in all of my fights recently. So there she is right there. You see I have a 20 favor with her. That's a positive 20. That's good. She's been in a lot of these, so I've been able to pick up a lot of rep with her, and not so much the other ones. And then, of course, everybody, I think every single tournament, if I'm not mistaken, we may not be able to see the weekly report. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so these right here are tournaments or drafts, special events, these purple ones. And they're just about every other week. And I think you get favor from all three, or favor for all four of the patrons when you do those events, if you win, I guess, obviously. But it's only a minute amount. It's like 4 or 5 favor. It's not a big deal. But it is a very big, important thing overall, because you can focus on one, get their favor up to a decent, as close to 0 as possible, and then the tournaments give everyone favor, so to kind of even it out. And otherwise, you're going to be seriously like -50 with some of these guys, at least one. And that's when bad things start to happen. They try to kill you. They send out bandits to rob you, slit your throat, all kinds of stuff. Really nasty things. These guys are not playing around. These are current run statistics and lifetime, if you're interested in that bit of nostalgia. I look at it every once in a great while. Not really interested in the long term. Or rather, I am interested in the long term, not the short term. Blacksmith Apprentice. Not sure what this is. I've never looked at this, to be honest. Anyways, you guys can figure that out. Leave you something to look into. And then these are your victories. And I believe when your people die, give the smith equipment worth... Oh, you can gain promotions. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't looked at this one very much either. I usually just use these 2 tabs here. But that's your victories. Apparently you can gain promotions by donating coin, which we probably will if we ever get way up there and get some serious coin coming in. But otherwise, I think we're pretty much set to get started on our next battle. This guy is a true badass. I'm not going to lie. And we are going to show that right now. I think I'm going to go with this one so I can get rep with her. This is going to be a level 11. So it's going to be a lot easier than these. Well, I don't say a lot easier. It's going to be easier than the rest of these. However, it's not going to give us a lot of gold like this one would. See, this is why you want to get the favor, because their gold goes up. And if you get one with a positive favor like that, they give you more gold. And that's very tempting to click that. And you may simply just click that and hit fight. And that would be a smart thing as far as money is concerned. But I need to get this up so she doesn't try to slit my throat when I'm in bed. Because that would suck. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. And get this one started. And as you see, as I hit fight, over on the bottom left, you saw my skills train up through the equipment that we use to train with. Now, there's not much of a loading screen here, so you can almost immediately hit any button to get started. I love that. If you know anything about me, you know I absolutely hate loading screens, even though I know that they're absolutely necessary and there's no way to get around them. You can distract your customer from the loading screens with other things, but you just can't get around loading screens. They are necessary. In the top right corner, you'll see a time and our host rep. At the bottom, we just saw our skills plus 50 for one of our skills, and I forget what it is. These guys are going to come at us. Those guys are going to come at us. As we saw on the fight briefing screen, there was quite a bit of teams in this match. These guys are banking. They have serious equipment, and we don't have anything. As you'll see, they're loading their weapons, getting ready to swing. And we want to kind of dodge that, because I do not want to get hit. That's our yellow guy. I think he's on our team. This guy's... Oh, he's got a... That right there... Wow, that's a... what do you call that? A mace? No, that's not a mace. That's a... Chaka? I can't remember what they call that. But that thing with the chain and the blade hanging from it, that is deadly. You don't want to get hit with that. So let's see if we can... Oh, man. That was... Oh, goodness. He's coming right at me. Okay. Whew. I'm going to hit him low on the legs. Dodge that. Now, I can block with right hand, but you're going to have to like put it in the way of the weapon attack. like this. Oh, ooh, just barely. I thought he was going to get me on that one. That would have looked dumb. But it doesn't help a whole lot. It's kind of... I mean, if you're good at it, obviously it's helpful. But for me, it's kind of hit and miss. So I'll just kind of stay away from him. And then I'll come in for an attack. And if I see him like that, he'll load his weapon or pull back like that. Woo! That was close. I'll stay away from him. But then I'll come in and hit him. Oh, I don't know what that was. I tried to hit him up top, it looks like. Oh, God, he got me. Oh, he hit my armor. Okay, good. Down low, buddy. Oh, gosh. Sometimes when you swing, like, his weapon will hit yours, and you'll block it. Just coincidental, but it does happen. Oh, right in the head, boy. How you like that? Yeah, he didn't like that at all. See, when you come down, when they have a shield, I find this helpful when they have a shield, is to approach, like bring your swing in from the left and down to the feet. They can't seem to, well, that was on the right. Oh, goodness, that was close. But they don't seem to do very well with the shield when you come at them like, oh man, look at that. Plus 40 to all skills for that. I'm not sure what skill that was, but man, we just wrecked his rear end. That's how that happened right there. Let's see. Which one's our guy? Aren't we the yellow guys? What are we? We're the teal? I don't know what we are. I've got this cougar skin, this cougar carcass on my shoulders, and then I have a bronze cuirass that is covering everything else up. Oh, he's coming after me, so he's not our guy. And he's got that deadly weapon that I hate. Ooh, he opened up. Wrong time, buddy. Nailed you on. Oh, look at that. Plus 20 to all skills. What is that skill, man? We are just owning. Let's see. You can press E to drop your sword. You're right-handed. And then you can press Q to drop your left-handed if you have one, which I don't have a left-handed, so... and then this gives you a little briefing of that weapon. Obviously, we can't hold it two-handed. Why not pick up stick? I don't know. Oh, this guy's coming after us. This is not good. He killed everybody else. So pretty much everything in the arena is, you can pick it up. I guess if it's about the size of your hand. I've never tried to pick up one of these large pots, but any weapon you can pick up that your character can use. Now you can't leave the arena with it unless there's a special indicator before the fight starts. And I think it's spoils of war, something. Oh, goodness gracious. He just walloped me on that one. Yeah, I think it's called spoils of war or something like that. Spoils of something. Spoils to the victor, I think is what it's called. So if you pick up something in that fight and you have that modifier on the battle before you start, then you'll get to keep that on your way out. If you look in, oh goodness, you look in the bottom right there, you've got the reactions of the crowd. Look at that, we sliced him in half. We made julienne fries out of that guy. That's, wow. But the right hand, the lower right hand is where the crowd's favor is. And you want to try to keep that high. It is pretty important. And then in the bottom left, you've got the, you know, what's going on during the event. Sometimes the crowd will throw out special requests, like they want you to pick up another weapon, or they'll tell you they didn't like that, or they love that. Things like that to kind of help you earn more favor with the crowd. And as we expected, we did gain 6 rep or 6 favor with this patron, which is very good. We got a reward, a little less than 5,000 coins. We got about almost 3,000. What is that? Fame? Yeah, fame. Breakdown right here. Audience favor was 101%. That's how we finished out. And then here it shows the fame modifier for each piece of gear that you had on. It appears that our shoulder actually had a negative, which is terrible. But we still had 101. We had pretty good. So that was still a good outcome regardless of the negative. And then at every loading screen has tips there, which are actually pretty helpful. So I would advise you to read through like 20 of them to start with it in your first run. Get to know it. Okay, so we're on week 19 next, and this means we have a tournament. This is bracket levels. We gained experience. And anytime you see those little shadows here, you want to click on those. It doesn't seem to cost you anything, but it does give you fame. at the top. So definitely click on those every chance you get. And that's about all the time we have for this video. Please don't forget to smash that like button, comment below to appease the algorithm overlords and help grow this channel. Until next time though, I love you guys. Good evening and God bless.